The $9,000 Toyota Corolla 2003 to 2008 that outlasts a Tesla, the ninth-generation legend. While Tesla owners panic over $20,000 battery replacements, there's a car from 2003 to 2008 that's quietly laughing all the way to 400,000 miles. The ninth-generation Toyota Corolla. The automotive industry's most embarrassing secret. We knew how to build cars that lasted forever. We just chose to stop. This is the story they don't want going viral. Between 2003 and 2008, Toyota built something special. Not flashy, not revolutionary, just a car so well-engineered, so fundamentally sound, that it's still dominating roads worldwide nearly 20 years later. We're talking about the ninth-generation Corolla, the one with the legendary 1ZZ FE engine that refuses to quit. While modern cars come packed with screens, sensors, and subscription services, this generation of Corolla came with something better. The promise that if you change the oil, it would outlive your mortgage. Here's what makes this generation legendary. Owners are casually reporting 400,000 plus kilometers while still getting 32 miles per gallon. That's not a typo. 400,000 kilometers on engines that were designed when flip phones were still cool. The 1ZZ FE engine in these Corollas has become automotive folklore. It's so simple, so over-engineered, that mechanics call it the motor that never dies. No fancy turbochargers to fail, no complex direct injection systems, no dual-clutch transmissions with $8,000 repair bills, just a straightforward four-cylinder engine that shows up for work every single day. The best part? You can find these cars for under $9,000 right now. That's less than the cost of replacing one Tesla battery pack. And while that Tesla battery is degrading with every charge cycle, this Corolla is just getting warmed up at 150,000 miles. Let me tell you why the 2003 to 2008 generation specifically is the Goldilocks zone of automotive reliability. Toyota had already perfected the formula over 8 previous generations. They knew exactly what worked, but they hadn't yet started cramming in all the electronics that would complicate later models. This generation sits in that perfect window, modern enough to have decent safety features and fuel efficiency, old enough to be purely mechanical where it matters most. No overly complex CVT transmissions, no engine computers that cost more than the car's worth to replace, just solid, proven engineering. Yes, the early years, 2003 and 2004, had some oil consumption issues. Smart buyers know to target 2005 to 2008 models. But here's the thing, even those problematic early years are still running today with proper maintenance. That's how overbuilt this generation is. Walk into any taxi stand in Sao Paulo, Cairo, Lagos, or Manila. What do you see? Ninth-generation Corollas with odometers that look like phone numbers. These cars are the workhorses of the developing world, not because they're cheap, but because they're unkillable. A taxi driver doesn't buy a car based on 0 to 60 times or fancy infotainment. They buy what will still be running after 12-hour shifts 7 days a week in 100-degree heat with questionable fuel quality. And they choose this Corolla every single time. Compare that to modern EVs. Try finding a Tesla service station in rural Africa or Southeast Asia. Try getting spare parts for a 2015 electric vehicle in a small town. But a 2005 Corolla? There's a mechanic on every corner who can fix it, and parts are abundant and affordable worldwide. This isn't just about reliability. It's about automotive democracy, a car that anyone, anywhere can keep running. Now, let's talk about what the EV industry doesn't want you calculating: total lifetime environmental impact. Building an EV generates significantly more carbon emissions than manufacturing this Corolla did back in 2005. The break-even point where an EV becomes more environmentally friendly, around 60,000 to 80,000 miles, depending on your energy grid. But here's the killer detail. If your EV battery needs replacement before that break-even point, and many do between 100,000 and 150,000 miles, you're essentially hitting reset on your environmental impact. The mining, processing, and manufacturing of a new battery pack carries a massive carbon footprint. Meanwhile, this ninth-generation Corolla is out there hitting 250,000, 300,000, even 400,000 plus miles on its original engine and transmission. The manufacturing emissions from 2003 to 2008, amortized across 2 decades and hundreds of thousands of miles of service. That 1ZZ-FE engine doesn't need rare earth minerals. It doesn't require lithium strip mining in South America or cobalt extraction in the Congo. It's